brand new Lattafa Khamrah Qahwa. Let's talk about it. Hello, my name is Nixon Dice and you are watching Smelly Cat. One request before we move on. I'm so close to 30,000 subscribers, so no compulsion, but if you're liking the videos, do consider subscribing and hitting that bell icon. On to the video. We're talking about what looks like is going to be one of the biggest Middle Eastern fragrance releases of the year. Lattafa sure had it planned to end the year with a bang. I'm talking about the new Khamrah flanker, Lattafa's Khamrah Qahwa. Now, Qahwa or Qahwatun is Arabic for coffee. This is not to be confused with the Kashmiri drink with the same name. That Qahwa is a green tea preparation. Now, Arabic coffee or Middle Eastern coffee is very different in its preparation from your espresso, black coffee, or even vanilla pumpkin spice latte frappuccino that you get at Starbucks. It's not as bitter, though it's robust and earthy, and there's always a strong flavor of crushed cardamom in it. Some people add cloves and cinnamon as well, but in its preparation in the simplest form, it's Arabic coffee with cardamom, crushed cardamom. Why am I telling you all this? That's because this fragrance is built around that Arabic style coffee, which is cardamom coffee and not a creamy coffee like a cappuccino or a latte. I'll get into more details in some, but first let's have a look at the presentation. Although not much has changed from the previous Khamrah, which is this one here. The box is the same. The only difference is now it's in this coffee brown color. You still have the name of the fragrance and the house in the front. What has also changed is this the color of the wood. You have behind Lattafa hologram, and at the bottom you have all the details you need, along with the month and year of manufacturing. Mine is a November 2023 batch. Your bottle will sit inside this part, which looks exactly like it was in the old Khamrah. Here's the bottle. It's almost the same. The actual bottle is almost the same. Slight change in color. If you'll notice, it's given that dark brown or coffee colored bottom in this one, and also you'll notice that the juice color is slightly different. Let me just show you the juice color in the other one so you can compare. This is how Khamrah looks. Plain bottle, heavy, very heavy. Color of the juice is slightly reddish brown, and this is Khamrah Qahwa. Bottle is almost the same. Like I said, the bottom is changed a little, and you can compare the juice color. One major difference though is with this cap. It's much easy to open and close now. The previous Khamrah, let me show you, I have it here. The previous Khamrah, for some reason, apparently you have to twist it and open it, but I don't know, just very it's a struggle opening this, but apparently the way to do it is to twist it and open it. But I think they figure that people don't understand that, so this time it's much easier. This time it's much easier to open and close. And here is how it sprays. Good spray on this one. A quick glance at the official notes. There's cardamom, ginger and cinnamon as top notes, praline, white flowers, candied fruits as the middle notes, and coffee, tonka, benzoin, vanilla and musk as the base notes. As you can see, it does share a few notes with the original Khamrah, with the addition of a few important notes, mainly the coffee, cardamom and ginger. And essentially that's what it is. It smells like Khamrah, a whole lot like it, but with a coffee cardamom twist to it. There is a light citrus as well in the opening, although I smell it only for a few seconds when I first spray it, and then it sort of dissipates. I'll be honest, this was not an instant love for me. The first few times I sprayed it, it was a little odd, the opening. That has changed thankfully in the last few times I've tried it out, but still the opening does take some getting used to, whether you like the original Khamrah or not. It's sweet, it's medicinal almost. It's got this honey meets gasoline feel in it. But I noticed that has changed a little over time in the last 4 or 5 times that I've sprayed it. The first 2 or 3 times that I did it was just overly sweet, and I wasn't getting too much of that cardamom and coffee. So the opening, maybe when you first spray it, when you get your new bottle, may not be everyone's cup of tea or coffee. You'll definitely notice the coffee in the opening of this one. Like I said earlier, it's not a creamy coffee, but more a spiced cardamom coffee mix. I personally wish that it was a whole lot stronger, Maybe it'll get stronger over time, but at the moment it's not as strong as I would like it to be. I wish it was this punch of cardamom and coffee in your face, but the sweetness in this really drowns that cardamom and coffee, and it was in the first 1 or 2 times that I tried it, I almost got no coffee. So I think it may, I'm hoping that it may get stronger with the coffee, but at the moment, after I've worn it like maybe 5 or 6 times, I think the coffee is there, but I just wish it was a lot stronger and bolder. However, as the time passes, once you've worn this fragrance, say in an hour or so, the coffee does show itself a little more. It starts opening up a little, although the sweetness is still there. And this is when it starts smelling like a few other coffee fragrances, mainly to my nose, intoxicated by Killian. I won't say this is Qahwa mixed with intoxicated by Killian. It's nothing like that, but that cardamom and coffee give it a bit of that intoxicated by Killian feel. Another one that it reminded me of is actually a fragrance by the same name. It's called Qahwa. Different spelling, Kahwa over there. Different spelling, same name, Qahwa by Boadicea the Victorious. The cardamom, coffee and ginger trio, that mix of cardamom, coffee and ginger in this one gives it a bit of that feel that you get from Qahwa by Boadicea the Victorious. Although I would say that this is drenched or smothered in that Khamrah sweetness, and that Khamrah sweetness is obviously, or that sweetness is not there in the Boadicea, and over there the coffee, cardamom and ginger just shines. I'll tell you a good way to imagine this, okay? Imagine that you've sprayed this one, the old Khamrah, on a paper strip, and you have the strip in front of you, and then you've sprayed something like a Qahwa by Boadicea the Victorious or Killian Intoxicated, and then you place it behind it, and there's a gentle breeze blowing towards you. Can you imagine what that would smell like? That's exactly what this smells like. The dry down is where I love this the most, but that is also where this smells most like Khamrah. So if you already have Khamrah, you don't really need Khamrah Qahwa, because they are pretty similar, especially as time passes by. Although I have to say that the twist in this one is very nice, and this does feel a little richer than the original. If you're expecting a strong coffee scent with the name like Qahwa, you'll be a little disappointed, I must say that. The sweetness does, like I said, drench the coffee and cardamom in this. And again, I'm saying that I just wish that they'd gone all out with that cardamom and coffee. It would just make this just such a solid scent. It's still slightly better, I'll get to it, it's still slightly better, I would say personally, compared to Khamrah, but I think they could have taken it to a 10 on 10 if they would have gone all out with that coffee and cardamom. You may have guessed this is a fall and winter kind of scent. It is a unisex scent. You have to like sweet scents to really appreciate and enjoy this. And the best time to wear it would be, I think, in the evenings, especially when it's cooler. I bought this for $25. I could easily buy this for $15. However, it's sold out everywhere at the moment. I got a lot of requests from you guys telling me to review this, so I said okay. Took me an hour of walking actually. I went to several stores. Ard Al Zafran, Lattafa themselves, no one had stock. Ard Al Zafran stocks Lattafa. They are almost the same company, you could say. Ardal Zafran, Lattafa, the other Ardal Khalij, 2 or 3 places where I know I will get Lattafa fragrances at a very good price. Didn't have them. I walked in an hour and then finally found it for around $25, although I could get this for $15 here in Dubai. So yeah, I got it for $25. I could get it for $15, but that's here in Dubai, right? Outside Dubai, I would say a good price to get this at would be around that $30 to $35 mark. In the US and in India, I would say around the 2,000 rupee mark. The same as what Khamrah costs. And remember guys, don't overpay for it. Yes, there's going to be a hype. People are going to be talking about it. There's going to be a lot of links floating around where you can get this. But don't pay $3,500 rupees. Don't pay around $50, $60 for this fragrance. Wait for the hype to die down. It's a good release, I'll say that. But it's not worth paying double the price for. So wait for the prices, wait for the hype to cool down a bit, wait for the prices. They'll automatically go down to that $30 to $35 mark. And in India, it should be around the 2,200 rupee mark. When it does that, then pick this up. Coming to the longevity, it's around the same as Khamrah, maybe a little more. I think Khamrah gives me around 8 to 9 hours. This, from what I've tested now, gave me around the same, but I feel that this will get a little stronger over time. But even now, it gives me around that 9 to 10 hour mark when it comes to longevity. Projection, quite good with this one. In the first 3 hours is when you'll notice it the most, and say around 4 feet to an arm's length around you. Sillage is heavy. This is very noticeable in the air. I keep getting whiffs of this. In fact, just this morning, which is a cute coincidence actually, we went to the hospital to get a couple of reports, and they served us kahwa there. So when you enter the hospital, they serve you dates and kahwa. Coincidentally, my wife was wearing kahwa today, and I was getting whiffs of it. And this is, I think, around 3 to 4 hours after she 3 to 4 hours after she sprayed this. We were coming back to the car, and just as we were entering the car, she was right in front of me, and I was getting this nice, sweet, very little coffee to be honest, but nice, sweet Khamrah like sweetness in the air, and it smelled really good. So in the sillage department, I would say that this one, Qahwa, does slightly better than Khamrah. Number of sprays I do is around 6 to 8. I would say don't overspray this one. It's sickly sweet, you know. So I would say 6 to 8 maximum, depending on what you're wearing, where you're wearing it to, what time of the day, and the occasion and all of that. 6, maximum 8 sprays, because this could get a little cloying. So to wrap it up, Lattafa Khamrah Qahwa, quite a lot like Lattafa Khamrah, has the edge over Khamrah in a few places, has that interesting twist with the coffee. But I'll be very honest, if you already have Khamrah, you don't really need to buy Qahwa. And I don't know, someone loop this and make a song out of it. But honestly, very close these two. If I give Khamrah an 8, I will give this one an 8.5. Only if they had, you know, gone all out with that cardamom and coffee with this one, I would say that this would be a 10 on 10 for me. But at the moment, if I am giving this one an 8, I'll give this one an 8.5. Hope that puts things into perspective for you. I'm not going to hype this up. I'll be very honest with you. It is what it is. I've told you exactly what I feel about this fragrance. If you still have questions, do ask me in the comments. And until next time, keep smelling amazing.